So we're working to get this thing straightened out.
Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Halloween Countdown, where I have yet another in this surge of Halloween products for 2019, many more than the last couple of years. And this is the classic American product with a new flavor for Halloween, Rice Krispies Treats Pumpkin Pie. What do you know? Pumpkin pie. What is it about that? I like this trend away from pumpkin spice to the more decadent pumpkin pie. And I feel like I'm now in my sleep. I'm having nightmares of this slice of pumpkin pie disembodied with the whipped cream on top, flying through haunted forests and haunted houses. I don't know what's going on. What is this thing that they're showing us here? Every product now. Whoever knew that pumpkin pie with whipped cream was going to be this big? There's a lot of real estate on the box, but they just keep repeating the same image of the snap, crackle, and pop, and they're not wearing Halloween costumes. They're not doing anything Halloween, so that's kind of a waste of all this real estate on the box here. So I'm not thrilled about the packaging. Now, if you're trying to avoid fat and a whole lot of sugar and even sodium, you'll probably like these. One bar, only 3% fat for the day, 5% saturated fat, no cholesterol, 100 milligrams of sodium, no fiber. You've got 8 grams of sugar. So it's not going to put much of a dent in your Weight Watchers points or whatever you're doing. And it seems like they've got in mind a trick-or-treating setup, because it's a pretty big box, limited edition. And also it's interesting on here that it actually has dried pumpkin in the ingredients list. There are some that are hard to pronounce, chemical, Monsanto, New World Order ingredients. Uh-oh. Oh no, they got me. They got me. Oh no. Product of Mexico. Made in Mexico. If I had seen that in the store, and they always hide it so well, and you would never expect Rice Krispies treats to be made in Mexico. You know, it's just a crime to be shipping American jobs to other countries. This is an American product that's being sold here. It ought to be made by Americans who are now trying to figure out how they're going to feed their kids, because the Rice Krispies Treats factory closed somewhere in the Rust Belt or something. So this is, you know, it's morally wrong. My concern is not with the quality, because Mexican factories can make very high quality stuff. I've played Fender guitars made in Mexico that are much higher quality than ones made in the USA sometimes. So it's not the craftsmanship or the skill of the workers. It's the question about, are you going to destroy the middle class in America? And that, so I'm going to go ahead with the review. We're all here. We might as well go ahead. But this would have been disqualified in my book had I seen this in the store. Now, they have the individual wrapping, and as it says on the box, you can write on the wrapper, "So much to love about," and then you write in, I guess, TarnationBob or the Robert Dyer channel. So let's get this out. And Rice Krispies treats have been around since the 1930s. That's why it's so shocking to see something so all-American. I mean, this was something people were eating during World War II, and now it's being made in another country. Now the aroma, there is a hint of pumpkin, but it's not very strong. Mainly that old Rice Krispies Treats marshmallow aroma. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, the first few seconds, it kind of tastes like a slightly fruity Rice Krispies treat, but then there's kind of an explosion, and you really do taste that they have pumpkin in here. Good pumpkin pie filling flavor, and there's a drizzled frosting on here that does pretty a decent job of giving you a whipped cream taste on top.
Oh, great Scott! I fell asleep and dreamt I was young Tom Edison. Now we're only 15 minutes away from landing at the secret airstrip in Big Bend, Ohio. I need the following things standing by at the secret base when we land. My Cadillac with a full tank of gas. AAA triptychs printed out for every Walmart in Ohio that's on a rail line or interstate interchange. 1 ghost detecting kit. And 1 piping hot deluxe Pepe's pizza. Tastes good, man. Inside the Walmart in Big Bend, Ohio, I detected a ghost near the Hanes Beefy Teas display and followed it to the Blu-ray aisle and pinpointed it to the copies of the Slender Man movie that were on display, pulling out the many unsold copies of the Slender Man movie. I found behind them a dog-eared hardcover copy of Mike Pence, Shadow President. Great Scott, the tall, slim man wants us to follow him. Why else would he leave this ridiculously obvious clue to his next destination? He's taunting us, Bob, by leaving this obvious breadcrumb to his next stop, Governor Mike Pence's great state of Indiana. I smell Hoosier.
I smell Hoosier.
Well, I have to begrudgingly give Kellogg's credit for the flavor of these. It's not quite as 100% on the nose like those pumpkin pie Kit Kats I just reviewed, but it's a pretty good approximation of pumpkin pie they delivered in these. I find them to be more richer and much more flavor than the manufactured Rice Krispies treats usually are. I would say the ones you make at home are, for some reason, are way better than the ones you ever get in the box. The box ones from the store, they're a little more dietetic in my opinion. Rarely satisfying as a dessert, but these are certainly better in that department. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to give an unofficial rating. For those of you who aren't concerned about jobs going overseas, maybe you even like the idea about globalism or companies being able to get cheaper wages elsewhere. For you, I would say I'm going to give these, they're just, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think they're just short of 5 stars, a very solid 4 stars in terms of the flavor. However, if, like me, you oppose American jobs going overseas, I'm going to give a separate rating, my official rating. And I want to show you first, while we were hearing from TarnationBob, I went and got a couple of fabulous Halloween treats that are made right here in the United States, that if you agree with me that we should buy American, go ahead and buy these Pumpkin Delights soft cookies from Little Debbie. I don't know if I've ever reviewed these, but these are 5 stars all the way. They've got the pumpkin filling inside, the pumpkin face on there. These I know I have reviewed. These are the pumpkin spice rolls, and these have pretty good nutrition facts on them. It's just magic. I don't know how they do it. These things are big size Swiss roll type roll-ups, and they've got the cream filling inside, the pumpkin spice cake. They're much more rich than any ho-ho, and I wish they had these all year. All their other roll type things are filled with sugar and fat, and they're smaller even. So get these. Like they say, eat this or eat that. Get those, and you'll probably agree with my official rating on this. Made in Mexico, jobs gone overseas. 0 stars for Kellogg's. I'm shocked from Battle Creek, Michigan, that this is where they're headed as their corporate code of honor. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on this Halloween countdown. Bye, everybody.